Monday Night Football, the Baltimore Ravens are on the road to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. In this video, I have my favorite player prop. I'll talk about who I think wins and covers in this game. Then, of course, I'll wrap up the video with a same game parlay. If you are new, my name's Austin from Calling Our Shot. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch the videos. I certainly appreciate it. We need to dive into a recap of how we've done on NFL Sunday, although it's not been a great day for us. 3-5 right now. Now, there is one pick pending right now. It is Matthew Stafford's over in pass yards. You probably know how that one went by the time you're watching this video. Hopefully it cashed. Now, our winners, we had day 4 of the ladder challenge. My heart is still beating after that one. Insanity. I'm recording this right after that game just ended. Devon Achane and Mike Evans, they got it done. Our losers, Sam Darnold, one of our unlucky breaks. He threw an interception. They called pass interference. He had also like 3 more that the Bears dropped. The other ones, though, Sutton, James Conner, and CMC, all bad reads. Lions SGP should have hit. David Montgomery gets injured. He misses by 3 yards. So I'm not too mad about Darnold and Lions SGP. The other ones just were bad reads, though. We need to be better. And hopefully Stafford helped to win back some units on Sunday Night Football. And hopefully this pick tonight and Monday Night Football can win us back some more units and hopefully get into the right trajectory for the rest of the season. But either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. Let me know your favorite picks down below. At the end of this video, I have an Underdog fantasy entry where I talk about a couple other player props that I really do like in this game. I'm only have one official pick, but I'll talk about a couple other ones that I looked at. Of course, Underdog, right now, they have a free square for Justin Herbert to get you 1 yard. I'll certainly do that. And if you sign up using my code COS, you'll get that free square. And you'll get a match on your first deposit up to $1,000. Code COS or the link in the description. But you guys came for some picks. And speaking of free squares like Justin Herbert, I hope he gets 1 yard because my first pick involves him. And that would be Justin Herbert's over in pass yards. Now, I say over 249.5. I took the 250 plus passing yards. Obviously, same exact thing. I like him up to about 260. I think if he gets over this line, he probably clears it with ease and gets closer to 275. But obviously, I like this matchup here. I like his over in pass yards. Now, you could look at maybe the passing plus rushing yards. He has been using his legs a good amount the last few weeks, but I don't know if that continues, especially against a team like the Ravens, who, let's be honest, if there's going to be a team that can game plan for a scrambling QB, it's probably them. So they're probably going to be a little bit ready for that. He's been using his legs a good amount. So I expect him to need to use his arm. And we've seen over the last 5 games since basically their bye week when he's gotten healthy, because he was obviously banged up in the preseason, started the season injured, and then finally had a bye week. And he looks healthy in his last 5 games. 237, 349, 279, 282, 164, and then 297 pass yards. So over in 3 of 5. The 2 games he went under, one of them, when he ended with about 164, he only attempted 18 passes. Yep, that's a shock. And the other one was against one of the best secondaries in the league, and the Denver Broncos finished, like 13 yards short of what we need. So I look at that and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not too mad about that. He's been doing a pretty good job at getting his receivers involved. And we look at the Ravens, just the matchup that probably going to need to throw at the Ravens this season. Second fewest rushing yards and second fewest yards per attempt to our running backs this season. We know this is a Chargers offense that wants to run the football with Gus Edwards, who's now healthy, and J.K. Dobbins, 2 of guys that are in a revenge game. But again, how much success will they have? I don't know. But this is a Ravens team that stops the run, but has allowed the most pass attempts, completions, and pass yards per game. Now, I will note, the Ravens did change up some things in their defense last week. It looked a little bit better against the Steelers. Obviously, didn't translate to a victory. I believe they benched one of their safeties, but I'm still not bought into that secondary. I really like their rush defense. I think they're going to need Herbert to be slinging it around. And you look at his completion line, 21.5. Justin Herbert has not completed 22 passes really at all this season. In fact, only 1 game he's played in that has completed over 21.5 completions, and he threw for nearly 350 yards in that game. Now, I'm not saying take the completions prop, but I think if he's completing that, even close to that many passes, I have to anticipate he's going to get close to cashing this 250 plus yards. 8 of 11 QBs to face the Ravens have hit this over. All 8 that went over threw for at least 269 yards. So if you're like, Austin, the line moved a little bit, well, every guy that's hit it has pretty much hit it, and it gave you a little bit of safety room in there. So we look at this game. It's basically the Chargers of an underdog. We're seeing this total in the mid-high 40s, 49.5, 50.5. So they're expecting a lot of points on the board. Just don't know if the Chargers are contributing to that total unless you're seeing Herbert have a pretty good game. So again, I really like his over in pass yards. It's my favorite prop in this game. We'll talk about a couple more props at the end of the video in just one moment. Now I need to talk about my Underdog fantasy entry. Now, as a reminder, Underdog Fantasy, sign up using the code COS. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000, and they'll give you that Justin Herbert free square. Now, you see my entry on the screen. It turns about $25 into a little over $100. Justin Herbert's the first leg. I don't need to talk about him. The third leg is Will Dissly, one of Justin Herbert's his tight end. Will Dissly's been coming on strong. This is a Baltimore Ravens secondary that has really struggled against the tight end position. I don't remember off the top of my head. They're either first, second, or third in terms of yards to tight ends. Really struggling there. The other two legs are ones that I did look at. Lamar Jackson at the bottom for 200 pass yards. That's obviously not his regular line. Underdog does let you do some alternate lines. I almost did Lamar's over in pass yards or passing plus rushing yards. I think gets to 200, coming off a pretty down week last week. We're talking about a guy that, you anticipate to do better than what he did last week, but he just didn't get anything going. So I do like Lamar to get those 200 pass yards. Tough week against the Steelers. I don't really trust the Chargers secondary a ton. They've been good numbers-wise, but I feel like they haven't faced a lot of elite QBs. And then Derrick Henry, higher longest rushed. I almost did that pick as my official one. That is just the market that I have no luck in. I hope you guys understand. There's some markets, I feel like, at least for me, it's like any prop I touch in that specific market, it's cooked, and it's cooked in the worst way. If I took Derrick Henry's over in longest rush, he's going to have like 3 or 4 carries that he ends with 14 or 15 yards, and I'm just going to want to throw something every single time. Same thing for like longest catch. I just have no luck in that market. But maybe in a parlay like this, maybe we do have his luck. So again, Underdog Fantasy, code COS, or the link at the top of the description. Match your first deposit up to $1,000 and give you that Justin Herbert free square. In terms of who I think wins and covers in this game, I do lean the Baltimore Ravens minus 2.5. I'm a big fan of the Chargers. I don't really have any emotional stake in this one. I don't really know if I'll bet it, because if I bet the Ravens and then they lose, that's probably bad for the Justin Herbert prop. We obviously want the Ravens to be leading ideally, or in a tie game, or maybe it's Justin Herbert coming back late in that game and gets a bunch of pass yards. I lean the Ravens. I just think they're the better team here. Obviously, we have a Harbaugh Bowl. I think they have the more talented roster, though. I like Justin Herbert a lot. Obviously, we're on his over in pass yards, but I don't know, something about the Ravens coming off a loss. You saw the Steelers lose on Thursday Night Football. This is a must-win game for them to kind of get back right on the Steelers' heels for this division. They'll still play them again later on this season. So coming off that loss, I feel like you're going to get a very motivated Ravens offense. And I think their defense plays better than they have this season. Not that I think it comes at the demise of Justin Herbert's over in pass yards, but I really do think their defense starts to play better towards the second half of the year. I think their offense keeps cooking. Last week, a lot of unforced errors, missed field goals. Justin Tucker, figure it out. I think that just Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are a little too much for this Chargers offense, which last week they could have easily lost to the Bengals. So I think this Chargers are going to maybe regress a little bit as the second half goes on. But again, I really like the Chargers team. I think they're really talented. There's going to be a bunch of revenge game narratives in this one, but I don't know if that's enough to really make me buy in the Chargers and taking them on the money line or taking them +3 or whatever the line may be. So if I had to bet it, I would bet Ravens minus 2.5. Not going to track it towards my official record. My only official pick will be Justin Herbert's over in pass yards, and hopefully that is a winner. As always, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you had a better week than I did so far betting Sunday NFL action, and hopefully Mr. Matthew Stafford came through for me, because I desperately need it. But either way, I'll be live on Monday with day 5 of our ladder challenge. So that's pretty cool. And when that is live, I'll link it somewhere on the screen. Not sure we'll go into this game. Maybe do some NBA. I don't know. And my NBA reads have been pretty dialed in, except for Jason Tatum, who hooked me on Sunday. TBD. Either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Code COS on Underdog Fantasy. Match your first deposit and get you that Justin Herbert free square. Have a great day. See you guys in the next one. Peace.